Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to an early Saturday morning visit from the True Vikings. And I have them sitting in the green room. They're waiting to come on, but I just wanted to welcome everybody for tuning in to Digging Richmond. And if you're new in this chat, please put new down below in the chat, and we'll make sure we get you started on the right direction for streaming with Digging Richmond. And with that in mind, like I say, I'd like to say a couple of things about our guests coming up. Joel and Emil, they've been having some amazing videos. They've been on some amazing metal hunting digs and hunts, and I just like to say welcome to them. They're coming from 2 different countries over in Europe currently, so we've got them all lined up ready to go. And so we're going to have a quick chat with them, and then afterwards we've got some photos that I'd like them to kind of make some comments on and talk about, and we'll go from there. So without further ado, I'm going to bring them into our stream and welcome them. So here we are. Hello, guys. Hello, Joel. Hello, Emil. How are you guys this morning? Or this evening for you?
Hey everyone. Hey, Frank, and everyone watching.
Yeah. Welcome.
I'm good today.
Yeah. Oh, okay, just let me okay, Emil, I think you're good now. We've got you, your mic's working.
All right.
Oh,
you can hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
You had muted me.
Yeah,
not so early for us here in Europe.
Yeah.
Evening time.
How have you had a good?
Thank you.
Yeah, have you had a good day so far?
Really
so
good.
far, so
really
good.
It's
wonderful.
Saturday, so.
Yeah, wonderful. Now, Joel, I'm going to start with you. I always like to kind of ask the question first. The area that you live in, and can you kind of paint us a picture for us viewing where you live and what kind of a hunting area that you have?
Well, actually, I moved to a completely new place 3 weeks ago, so I have not been hunting here yet because there's snow. But I live there in the middle of Finland. It's known for from 1600. There's castle from 17th century at least. So I'm planning something good until next summer.
Oh, okay. So is this a permanent place that you've moved to? Is this where you're going to be your permanent residence?
Yes. Now for a while at least.
Oh, okay. And Emil, now what about you?
Well, I live in northern Sweden right now, where I work, and the Swedish laws are not so good regarding metal detecting, so that's why we try to put in a couple trips a year somewhere else. Oh. You are allowed to metal detector, but you have to apply for permissions, and northern Sweden is not known for its history, let's put it that way.
Okay. So I guess, talking about that, the Romans didn't go up that far. Is that part of maybe you're not finding that many Roman things?
Yeah, well, the Romans got up to the Rhine in Germany and England, of course. Yeah. So up here, there would be no Roman coins.
Okay.
Roman items.
They have found a few Roman coins, but they might have been transported later.
Yeah.
But we have never found any.
Yeah. Now, how did you guys get into metal detecting?
Do you want to, Emil, start?
Sure.
Yeah, sure. So, well, I guess it comes from my dad. He has been metal detecting for tens of years. And as a little kid, I used to hang out with him and go to the forests and fields, and every now and again we'd find something. And I also have a big passion for history, and that's how I ended up swinging the equinox.
Yeah, no, I can tell that you do have that history just from your explanations on your videos. Now, in terms of your father, has he been on any of your videos?
He has briefly been in a couple once, but he
Oh,
mostly stays in the background. He's the
oh,
one making the great discoveries.
oh,
I'm still
okay.
an apprentice.
Oh, yeah, yeah. And how about you, Joel?
Well, it's about the same with me. From my father, he used to do some metal detecting. He used to do a lot underwater metal
Okay.
detecting
Yeah.
about 15, 20 years ago. So that stayed with me, but I have stayed mostly on land. And when I met Emil about 10 years ago, then we started like doing it more actively.
Yeah, yeah. Now, both of you guys use the Equinox?
Yeah, right now.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Equinox 800, yes.
Yeah. And what machines
We
did you
did roll
start with?
with we did roll with the Garrett machines there for many years
Okay.
with Garrett 250, Ace 250, and then the 80 Pro.
Yeah.
But now we have switched over to MineLab.
Yeah, yeah. No, I mean, I know Garrett's coming up with that multi-frequency also. I guess they're trying to compete with the MineLab, but MineLab still is a pretty awesome machine to use for basically everything, the beaches and the land, you know. So it's definitely a good
Exactly.
machine. Yeah.
The
No.
MineLabs are really flexible, especially with the multi-frequency, so you can be underwater, above water, in snow, in sand, everywhere with them.
Yeah, no, it is amazing. Yeah, absolutely. Now, I was going to ask you, Emil, you also do magnet fishing.
Every now and again, I take out my rusty magnet and throw it in a lake or two.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's
I
it.
saw
But
that on
most of our videos are about metal detecting.
Yeah.
But every now and again, we put out a magnet fishing one.
Yeah, it's nice to throw that in. You know, it surprises people, and I think a lot of times, you know, I mean, we're always looking to see what's at the bottom of our coil when we hit that. And same thing with magnet fishing is the same thing as trying to reel that magnet and see what you've got. I haven't tried it yet, but maybe this year I'll get an opportunity to try it. You know. Now, Joel, have you done magnet fishing also, or?
Yes, I have. Yes, I have.
Yeah.
But of course, I prefer metal detecting always. But,
yeah.
But it's fun to magnet fish every now and then. When you have a good spot, it's really fun.
Yeah, yeah. No, now you guys. I guess when you started your channel. Did you guys live nearby one another before?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So. Yeah, for the viewers out there, both of us are geologists, professional geologists, and we studied together, and that's how we got to know each other. We met on some geology courses, and then one day we ended up on the field there together, and Joel seemed like a fun enough guy to hang out with, so that's how it started.
Yeah, you guys seem to have the same kind of sense of humor.
Yeah,
you know, when you
sometimes.
Yeah. No, I mean, I see
silly,
that.
bad humor, but it's up to everyone if they want to enjoy it.
Yeah, no, it is a fun time to watch you guys in your videos. You know how you rant back and forth with one another. It's good. Now, okay, so you have been detecting. From what I understand, on a couple of, I guess, a government dig you guys were in on a while ago, and we've got some photos that we'll go through at the end. And how did you manage to get involved with that?
Yeah, we were doing a metal detecting trip to Denmark in Bornholm, and we met these really nice guys. What was their Bornholm Amateur.
Yeah.
So we went metal detecting with them. One day they had a amazing permission on an old field, but it was horrible weather, and that I remember, and yeah, we were metal detecting with them one day, and then the next day they asked us that we should join them because they had connections to the Bornholm Museum in Denmark, and they invited us to a really amazing place.
Okay.
Emil can maybe tell more about that.
Yeah, I mean, when I bring those photos up, we can maybe go a little bit further in on that. Yeah, so that's the thing is you never know who you run into and your contacts with that. So yeah, it's great. Now, when you guys go out on hunts, now how do you decide where you're going to go for metal detecting? Who makes that decision?
Well, I think it's mostly based on research that we do beforehand, and it can be either of us. Like we like looking through old maps and talking with locals, and whoever gets a lead on a good place, then usually we end up there.
So you do a lot of research before you go out and hunt an area.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Okay.
Usually, when we travel, like we have been to England and stuff, then we just have to go with the people who know the place, but or where we get some permissions. There we can just. It's difficult to fix permissions when you're living in another country, so you have to get some contacts then.
Yeah. Now, when you put your videos together, how do you edit them? I mean, if you're living a ways from one another, do you send the videos back and forth and say, okay, well, let's cut this clip out?
Well, we usually edit one video per week. Then Emil takes the next week, and then me again. Usually it goes like that.
Oh, okay.
And then we have just copied the files.
Yeah.
And then we do what we do.
When we are out metal detecting, there we usually decide already that I will take this day and you will do tomorrow's videos.
Okay. So you don't jointly sit down and let's cut this out, put this in, and each take your turn doing your videos.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Good. I mean, it's just. They're all so well done. You guys do an amazing job of your edits and in your videos, and I think that's where the viewers, will see that. You have a lot of followers and with your channel. So with that, what I want to do is I'm going to go just bring up the photos here. And we'll start maybe just talk about them here. Let me just
sure.
Okay, so we've got all three of us along here, and so this one here, Emil, when I saw this photo, I'm going, is he telling a fish story here?
He was actually telling something like that.
Was he?
For the viewers out there, we have some pretty far-fetched stories sometimes, and we like to exaggerate stuff. And here I'm probably telling about how big the dagger was that I found,
and how deep it was.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, no, because it when you look at the photos, and I know Joel, you also do some video editing, I think, and you've got another video channel, but I'm a photographer also. When I look at this, I'm going, this is telling a story, and it's always kind of nice to know, okay, the background of it, what is he really saying? So that's kind of cool. Yeah, cool shot.
Yeah,
and then
that photo is. Both of these photos are from our most recent trip to southern Finland, where we were looking for Viking relics.
Yeah. Now, and I guess you hunt a lot of. Is it farm fields or forests? Where do you go?
Depends.
Both. We try to do both. Usually.
Yeah.
I think we both like more forests, actually, but it's in forests you usually don't find anything. That's it. You can go 10 trips and not find anything, and then you find one good day something. But
Yeah.
on the field, you almost always find something, at least.
Now,
And also in the forests, the finds are better preserved. In the
yeah.
fields, they have fertilization and they roll around there. And some years they are on the surface, some years above the ground or under the ground. So they will take damage
A lot
and
of
erode.
corrosion. Yeah.
Well, when you find something in the forest, they're typically in very good shape.
Yeah, yeah, okay, that makes sense. Because with the chemicals and everything else on there, the corrosion and sometimes the plows and damaging the artifacts and so
Exactly.
so I know, Emil, you were saying that Sweden, there's very strict laws in metal detecting. Now, the other countries you go to, are there the same rules, or are they a little lax, or how does that work?
It totally depends on to what country you go to. Some countries have banned metal detecting altogether. For example, most of the countries around the Mediterranean Sea, while the further north you go, the more liberal the laws seem to be. So Denmark have quite relaxed laws, and Finland, and some places in Germany and England.
Yeah.
So it's up to each country.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I watched a lot of the fellas out of the UK, and they're, to me, I think it's probably the best system. If you find something, you let the government know. The government decides, okay, this is an artifact, we should keep it, and they in turn will pay you out the going rate for it. And I don't know why other countries don't adopt that rule. I think it would there'd be a lot more artifacts and relics found. Wouldn't you agree?
Yes, definitely. It's like the best rule in all the countries, actually.
Yeah, yeah.
And it also prevents the black market people selling the items illegally because they're afraid to report them.
Yeah, I know.
I totally agree with you there, Frank.
Yeah, yeah. I know. I've a couple of guys in the UK have mentioned that they keep their fines pretty well not a secret, I guess, in a way, because they have these night hawkers or something that try to come up and raid things in the evenings and nighttime and steal things. So it still does happen, but not to the extent that we've got. Problems, to say, more or less. But yeah, so yeah, it's I think it's a great thing, So where's your next trip? Where are you guys going on the next trip?
Well, we have a few places. Now we had actually this year we had thought about going back to England, but because of the situation in the world right now, so we decided to go to Finland instead because it was
Yeah. I guess it's a little
easier for us.
closer to home. Now,
Yes.
with this COVID, how is it affecting your detecting currently? Can you still go out and detect, or?
Yeah, you
Yes.
can go out and detect because you're pretty much in isolation, in solitude when you're out in the field.
Yeah.
But of course, you cannot travel any far distance, and you have to try to stay in your home region.
Yeah, because I know in UK they had a bit of a shutdown where they could detect the beaches, but they couldn't go onto the farms and the land, and they had some, I guess, some issues. Some of the people were kind of complained about that it shouldn't be, because they're not doing anything all by themselves. So what do you think about that?
Well, I'm not a doctor or an expert in medicine in any way, but it's your suggestion seems quite reasonable. That if you're out in a big field and you keep distance, then I think it should be all right.
Yeah. No, I agree. I think it should be, and I think there was a lot of them were kind of doing a bit of a petition to try to open that up and do their hunting, because they're not hurting anybody. They're by themselves in the middle of a field, so why should that make any sort of a problem? Now, here's another one. Here you've got this photo, Emil. What did you find here?
Well, here I believe I found a Swedish coin from the 1600s. 1666. They are
Okay.
typically a lot
Wow.
of coins were minted that year, and that's also made in Finland, that discovery.
Okay, that was in Finland you found that.
Yeah, that's right.
So tell us, what kind of feeling goes through you when you find something that old? What is your thoughts?
Well, I get the most kicks when I know I have a good signal and the pinpointer screams and I have it in my hand, but I don't know what it is yet. But I'm just about to figure it out. And then when you see that glimpse of something awesome, you get pretty excited. I can
Yeah,
tell you that.
yeah. I know.
Now in Canada, it 300 or 400 years, it probably seems ancient, but back here in Europe, 300 or 400 years, that's not so much. In some
No.
places it is. Other places like England, it's not. It's yesterday.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, yeah, I agree with you. It is like that. It's. I mean, I think the oldest I've found is about 70 years old. And that's not really old. I mean, to me it was, because from what I found. But when I watch you guys and I watch the people over in England, it's nothing. It's just like yesterday. So I'm always excited when you find something. Now, and again, I see there's this photo here, and I'm not sure if Joel's in here somewhere too, digging for gold and panning, or is it just you, Emil?
No, I'm actually there too, in the left
Are you?
upper
Okay,
corner there.
okay. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
We are not only stick to metal detecting, like you mentioned. We do magnet fishing and gold prospecting, gold
Yeah.
panning,
Yeah.
and treasure hunting in general.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
what's going on here is that we found a nice looking stream in northern Sweden that we are panning for gold. In that particular stream, we did not find much, but it
No.
was a good trip out. Lots
Yeah.
of mosquitoes.
Oh, okay, yeah. The mosquitoes are everywhere. I thought North America is the only place, but I guess they have them over in Europe too. So.
No, they seem universal.
Yeah. And I just see in our chat here, we've got, and I'm just going to put this up, Nugget Shooter Journals, and Bill here. He's a fantastic nugget hunter, and if you ever get a chance to watch him, and you can probably learn some gold panning tricks from him, because he does do a fair bit of that, and he's very good at it. And so when I saw this, I kind of, I thought the two was kind of, come together. But I've never tried gold panning. I have the set in the back of my truck, and hopefully, I might come up to a stream and be able to do that one time. But I'm ready for it.
Yeah, you should. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
We just started this summer actually,
Okay.
so it was like first time. So.
Yeah, I guess the same thing as when you see that gold in the bottom. It's kind of cool to not much, but it's something. So.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now the next photo coming is part of a find that you were commenting on, and I would love it if you kind of explain this a little bit more on this find. And I think, Joel, you were doing a lot of talking about this particular find, and
yeah, this wasn't found by us, but it was. Was it in?
But a young fella, wasn't it? A couple of young
yes,
kids.
Yes,
Yeah. It's a major
kid.
find.
Yes, it's a great find. I wish I could, or would do some finds like that someday. But it's a Viking find from Viking. Was it Harald, the Bluetooth?
That's right. Yeah.
Age. Yeah.
And I think you mentioned something about that that hammer on the bottom there. That's
it's a Thor's hammer. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. That's one of my dream finds, that I would someday find a Thor's hammer.
Now, I guess would there be a lot of those to be found? Do you think, or
No, I don't think so.
no?
They are pretty rare. At least in Finland, I haven't heard no
Yeah.
one finding one. I think. Have you, Emil, heard someone finding in Finland?
They seem to be quite rare. These types of treasure you usually get in Denmark, Sweden, maybe Norway, where the Vikings were centered.
Yeah, yeah.
But every now and again, we make videos out of other people's find, like this one. This was a sensational find.
Yeah, I thought you guys did a great job of explaining, and that's why I kind of brought this photo up, because it's a pretty major find, and you guys did such a great job of talking about it that I thought I'd bring that up in there.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It's interesting to listen about some amazing finds done by other people too.
Yeah. Now, and also, I mean, when I'm looking at this photo, you guys also have a sponsor that is similar in terms of jewelry, correct?
Yeah, right now, actually, we got a new sponsor to our Viking videos, we could say. Epic Loot Shop, where you can buy some Viking jewelry replicas.
Yeah, that's what I saw some of those, and I thought, oh, this photo kind of reminds me of some of those things in there.
Yeah.
It's Viking themed jewelry, like replicas.
Yeah.
And it's a great Christmas gift for anyone looking for Christmas gift ideas.
And as in terms of Vikings, Emil, you as a Viking had made a trip across the ocean to Canada as a true Viking would. And tell us your experience about that. How did you find Vancouver? I know you were out here in Vancouver.
As you mentioned, as I mentioned, we're both geologists. And 1 year I worked as a geologist on a ore prospecting project up in central British Columbia. And that's how I ended up in Vancouver. And it was a fly-in, fly-out job. So I worked for 4 weeks and then had 2 weeks off. And during those 2 weeks, I went out metal detecting in Vancouver.
Yeah. No, I saw your photos and I thought, oh, that was pretty cool, So so it's nice to.
We've been detecting the same bitches, I suppose.
Yeah. Well, I think I found some of the stuff that you left behind.
Some bottle caps. No.
Oh yeah. Now, as in terms of bottle caps, is there more bottle caps over in Europe, or are there more bottle caps in Canada?
Oh, tough question. I believe there are similar amounts of bottle caps being found.
Yeah.
But what really surprises me in countries like Finland, you can be in the middle of the forest where you don't think anyone has ever been before. And then suddenly you find 12 bottle caps there. And you figure that, some of us here drinking a 12 pack. So interesting.
Yeah. It is. It is really kind of interesting to, like in the middle of nowhere, like you say, bang, there's a pop can or something, like, how in the world, yeah. Oh dear. Okay, so this one here, again, I think to me this photo says you're singing. You had a couple of Yellow Vina, correct? And you're singing to Joel here.
So
there we go, Yellow Vina.
Yellow Vina that you mentioned. It's one of our trademarks. Like every time we find something significant, we get to take a shot.
That's right.
And during really good days, we get to take many shots, and then stuff like this can happen.
Yeah.
Singing.
So what was the story behind this photo here?
Do you remember, Jan?
Was this when you found those Viking things, or is it when I found my silver coin?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It could. I'm not sure, because A lot of the photos are very similar. It's two guys with a detector and a field in the background, so it's hard to put the time and place on this. But this could be a silver coin that you found.
Yeah.
One from the 1500s, I think, a Russian from Ivan the Terrible.
Yeah.
Okay, and I think this might be the same spot, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it could be.
So.
Could be.
Yeah.
Everything looks so green and.
Yeah. It's so vibrant and yeah. I think this is a cool photo too. It just both of you guys kind of looking over the subject here. So
yeah, it's like.
Go ahead.
Yeah, it's like you said. The photos are telling a story. So here something exciting is going on. Like what will be revealed next?
Yeah. Do you put still photos into your videos when you make them?
Not so much. We used to have some, but now we try to film everything. And depends on or edit how it fits in.
We have some still photos of the finds itself that we take after we've been digging. So those we try to include.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. So now we're coming up to this what Joel was talking about earlier on with the museum. So maybe I'll leave this to you guys now.
Yeah, this was in the museum place where we got invited to. We metal detected there for, was it 2 days? And Emil might tell the history about that place.
Yeah. So this is in a place called Bornholm, which is an island in the Baltic Sea, and we got invited to a dig done by the local museum. They were digging a pagan temple from the I believe it was the 7th and 8th century.
Yeah.
In a place called Sortemuld, and it's one of the richest places in Europe from the Iron Age. So what they believe have happened there is that they had one or several temples dedicated to the gods, and they were sacrificing animals and having parties and were just hanging out for a really long time in the same place. And what is unique about this place is that it seems that the people back then sacrificed. It's a little bit hard to explain, but gold figurines.
Okay.
Typically in the shape of gods or men, and they have found thousands of those gold figurines there, and they are very thin, a little bit like gold sheet, gold foil.
Yeah, I have the photos. Let me just bring that photo up for you here. Is this what you're talking about?
This is what I'm talking about, yeah.
Okay.
So this photo is from a microscope. These are very, very tiny.
They're that small?
Yes, and they are incredibly hard to find. And every year they find tens more.
Really? Now, was that area that you were in, was that a farm field or what?
Yeah, nowadays it's just a plowed field, a farm field, but there has been settlements and temples in the past. And
so it's a beautiful place. You can see old burial mounds everywhere and stuff like that. So
yeah. So I mean, when you look at the photo, there's nice rolling hills. It kind of reminds me a little bit of kind of south East Washington area. They look like they got lots of weed out growing out in the field and everything. So yeah. So I guess they had everything staked off here. They had a good sense that there was something here to find.
Yeah. They were doing.
It is. Yeah, go ahead, Joe.
Yeah, they were doing really precise, archaeological dig right then, and they have been for many years. Now they started again.
Yeah. Okay.
So they were digging this, 1 meter times 1 meter holes, and they were going to check the whole place out, what happens. And Ken here in the picture, he was one of those guys who found like crazy amounts of this thin gold pieces. He had found like 200 of them.
Wow. Yeah, that is really something to see. And I'm just going to bring that photo up here, and it's just this small little piece. So I guess they fold them into the shapes of men or something, or people, or
yeah, they are usually men, but there are also some women and some animal figurines also.
Yeah, that is a cool thing, and that's, I think you were saying this is from 608 A.D.
Yeah,
about that time,
Yeah.
600-700 AD.
Yeah, that's
a long
old.
time ago.
That is old, So it's kind of cool to have those finds, coming up, and yeah. But this one amazed me. Like when I saw when you sent this photo, and I thought, holy mackerel, it looks like it's on magnified or something. So being so small, I guess metal detecting is the way to go. So the gold setting in the equinox is working.
Actually, we didn't find any of those. It was Ken who found with the XP Deus,
okay.
and with the high frequency coil, he found the small one, and it was almost impossible with the.
But we were not equipped with the sniper coils that you can get for the Equinox. With those, you would probably have found some.
Yeah, it is. I mean, I've got the small 6-inch coil for my Equinox too, to get into some of the trashy and be a little bit more pinpointy in terms of finding items in the dirt. But yeah, I mean, this would definitely be something tough to find. There's just no, especially with being so small, you'd be kind of chasing it, and I know I've sometimes when I go and I just kind of bypass this stuff. So, but yeah, it's very interesting. It's just a great find, and I just wanted to show that to our viewers here. So, and I'm just gonna go and let me just bring up something here. Okay, so I wanted to bring up your guys' webpage and. Or your YouTube channel, and make sure that I want people to subscribe to your channel, and when they go on there, have a look. You've got some amazing videos on here to go through, and you got some great finds, and just worth the time to take and take it in. And also, if people can go and hit that bell, when they subscribe, because it does help, when you guys upload something, a notification comes through that, hey, new video by the True Vikings is coming out. And so if you have time, we watch it. If not, we know that it has kind of come through. So I always encourage people to do that, to hit that bell and go through it. So, but that's go through. You guys have some, even in the community, you're posting something new in there. You've put today's find in there, and you've got another one here, the world's smallest.
Are we the first Vikings to be here looking for fame and fortune? The chieftain buried below me would probably disagree.
You should be on TV, Emil.
Thank you. I have had that thought many times myself.
You do such a great intro and talking about, and that passion comes through, and here's your I guess these are your sponsors, some of your Viking jewelry that's
our new sponsor,
yeah, it's pretty cool stuff, so. But yeah, it's just it's kind of a cool thing to have for sure. And I'm just looking through. See, oh yeah, here it is. Here, day of, I think, Magnificent.
On the 14th of March 1935, a holy silver Messiah ark was supposed to descend from the heavens and land in the lake behind me. The shore was lined up with hundreds of believers in this doomsday cult, and they threw their possessions and valuables into the lake. I'm here 85 years later with a super magnet. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, don't worry, I'll explain as we go. But first, let's get a little bit dirty.
What an intro! Yeah, yeah. You know, it just how many takes did that take to get that? But that's so perfect.
We have done it many times, so we're getting better at it.
Yeah.
Now. So I think it was 1 or 2 shots.
Yeah. And I'm just trying to see if I can find one here for Joel. Here we go.
1, 2, 3. Boom! Welcome to Western Denmark.
Yeah, True Vikings are here,
You see the
plundering.
12th century, 13th century. These guys are saying.
Yeah,
We have
Christian and Morten here. They invited us here to
The darkest part of Denmark.
darkest part.
Very most of it. Most windy.
Most unisolated.
But most.
Yeah. So and I saw there were some windmills in the background, and I guess there's throughout Europe windmills are becoming quite a sight on land, isn't it? Everybody's trying to go green.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they are
there's a lot.
getting very popular here, especially in places like Denmark, where, well, it's basically flat land, lots of wind all the time.
Yeah. And I just wanted to bring up another a channel, and this one's Joel's. You started this video of I guess videos for stock. I think there was some of the stock footages and how that works.
Yeah, this is like my project that I tried to start, but I haven't been so active on that one.
Yeah,
Mostly concentrating on True Vikings.
Yeah, it is tough to have a couple of channels and keep feeding content to them, you know, for sure. So, yeah, but yeah, I've gone through it, and I'm one of those people that I do. I send my photos off for stock. Same thing with my videos. I have stock videos that I send off to different companies that handle them for me. So. But yeah, I mean, but I've switched to metal detecting. That's my passion now. I'm leaving photography behind a little bit, you know. So, but hey guys, listen. I just want to say thank you very much, you know, for coming along and sharing your stories with us. You know, it's just a great thing to talk with people from different parts of the world. How you detect and how you know how things work in the different countries, and I hope you know get you guys back again sometime down the road and we can talk some more and you know time slots are always tough, you know, for streams. Saturday, North America, everybody's out shopping and doing their stuff, and sometimes people even are out detecting. So, but anyway, I just say thank you and. I look forward to chatting with you guys and getting in on some of the videos that you guys have coming, you know. So so yeah. So anyway, I'm just gonna go and say thanks, and we're gonna move on. And I don't know if there's any questions from some of the people out in the chat here that we've got. Maybe it's, you know, just yeah. We don't have that many. There might come up some people after watching that'll come through, but yeah. Anyway, listen. Thank you very much, and we will be in touch. And take care. And I'm going to kind of cut the show off here, and we're going to move on. So.
All right.
Yeah,
Thank you, Frank, for having us.
Thanks, Joel and Emil.
We are happy to come back any day.
I'll have a yellow Vina for you on my next big find.
Excellent. We'd appreciate that.
Yeah. Take care. Thanks a lot. Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Frank.
Yeah. Bye now.
Thank you.
And anyway, so what I'd like to do is